Y'all looking at. Keep watching me. Good. Y'all ain't on shit. On shit. That's on my mama. This word too.
And what's good, bro? How y'all feeling? Women, whoever is tuned in. How y'all feeling today? I'm just back here chilling, man. Really, I'm in thought process mode and I'm feeling real inspired. You understand? This is a session. It's good to see y'all flies running around here. Y'all know, but if y'all don't know, if y'all knew, I'm in the back in the oval. You feel me? Is what I call it. And was just having some thoughts, man. For y'all that don't know, I'm Free, a.k.a. Frederick Lamar, a.k.a. Shirley Son, a.k.a. Clee Big Bro, a.k.a. Fuck you old head. You understand? I'm just here, man, today, you know, feeling real inspired. You understand? Trying to be real focused as I can be, given the climate and what's happening in the world, you know. I was thinking about today. I was thinking about just, you know, I'm usually opening up with SPS. I'm gonna start doing a lot of my own shit. Now that wasn't my track, but that's something I spit on. I'm gonna let y'all hear that soon. Might even drop an album. You know what I mean? I don't know. I'm just telling you how I feel. I might drop an EP, a few songs, and let y'all know what I've been doing and working on. But one of the things I was thinking about is, you know, just showing people the pathway towards, or expressing to people about who I am at this moment and how I got to be in this moment. You understand? Because I think a lot of times, at least for me, you know, I've shared my story and who I am multiple times on multiple platforms over years, over hella moons. And what I tend to forget sometimes is I'm thinking everybody know that. You feel me? So however you see me today, and if you learn about me or if you come into relations with me now, you may not know where I come from. I'm thinking because I've shared so much about me and my family and my history and you know, how I've grown to become a man and a father and a husband, a friend, a brother, you feel me? Biologically or not, I just be assuming sometimes most people got that. And also I assume that people who've been had it don't need refreshers. You feel me? So, you know, I just think about real simple right now in today's time, you know, work wise, right? I'm gonna keep it on work wise. You know, I'm in an executive position. I even hate saying that sometimes because it just come across to me a certain way. But that's what I am. I am in an executive position in my work, in my life, in my private life. I don't feel nothing executive about it. And that's the duality you heard on a few episodes, probably years ago, episodes ago, where I talk about the duality of that stuff. So I be assuming people just got that information already. And, you know, that's a knock to me. And that's what I got to keep learning, keep training my brain and my heart to understand that everybody just don't get it. So you got to, you know, re-inform, tell a story. Word to my man DB. If y'all don't know DB, I'll tell y'all about him. But word to my man DB, he has this motto. It's just like, when it comes to just like marketing or storytelling, or, you know, you tell them what you told them, and you tell them again. Or you tell them again, and tell them what you told them. You feel me? I be feeling like when I said something already, is that it is what it is. But, you know, from a consistency and marketing perspective, you just got to keep hammering home almost the same story. So I'm free. Why I say my name is Frederick Lamar is because that's my name. Frederick Lamar Long. I have my mom's last name. I don't have my pop's last name. I have my father's first name, Frederick. That's minus the E, Frederick. Fredrick. Lamar Long. That's who I am. That's what I was born as. And that's how the story begins. So that's why Frederick Lamar. My mother had 9 kids. And if you seen me in an episode before, or if you haven't, or whatever, if I touched on it, I don't know if I touched on it publicly in terms of this format, virally, in terms of visuals. I haven't shared it. I lost my eldest sister. My mama had 9 kids. My eldest sister, who was the first child, she passed away in January. We're in August. So the pain and frustration and grief don't have a timeline. You understand? So, and if anybody who knew me from a work setting or even in my private life, they know I write, make music. I never stopped writing. There's been a point where I stopped recording music because I wasn't feeling it, and my lifestyle, I couldn't balance both a rapper's lifestyle and try to build a family at the same time. I know some people that can do it. I've seen people that do it, or I've seen people that try to do it and say it's good and it's not. But for me personally, I just couldn't focus on that because I never wanted to be a rapper. You know what I mean? I always just wanted to be able to tell a story and work for the people. So that's what people know me for, and that's my life game. That's why I come up with the title and the phrase, and now it's a brand officially, legally, through the Secretary of State, and I can walk you through a process of how you can do that type of stuff too as well. If y'all want to hear about that process and all that, y'all let me know, because I don't be thinking people want to hear that, because sometimes I don't be wanting to hear that. So I came based on what I want to hear and what I want to learn, based on what somebody else might need information about. So I'm going to start sharing that more on the Lifegame Sessions. I always say I ain't going to be long-winded. My term, which I'm a coin to, copyright and everything. People say long story short. It's not short, bro. If you say long story short, then to me, that's supposed to be the end of the conversation. When you say long story short and you go on for another 3 to 5 minutes. So my phrase is that I'm a coin and try to copyright. If y'all don't try to beat me to it, but that's fine too. We creative. We know how to get creative and come up with a different terminology. Is long story long. That's my terminology. And that's my last name. You see what I'm saying? So I just feel like sometimes people just see me in this space right now that I'm in. Especially the people that know me. This is why I feel some type of way about. They just think that we arrived at this point and we ain't come through some real tough channels and tough platforms to get to the point where we're at, to even be talking, you see what I'm saying? And explaining the story. And I'm gonna really put this out there, at least for myself. And this is what I'm really focused on moving forward is, I'm gonna share my version of stories without including everybody else's interpretation of the same experience. I'm gonna say that again. And this is really to family or friends, whoever, because we all see or interpret and experience from our perspective. So I'm going to figure out a way to not include names. I ain't going to say I'm going to figure out a way because I've figured it out already. Just how I articulate it is going to be real intentional. And I'm going to encourage everybody to do this the same. Is how can you tell your story without including or throwing other members of that same experience under the bus, or not telling it, not speaking for everybody else. Just speak from your experience. Don't speak for everybody else, and be open to that was your experience. I didn't experience it that way. We had the same experience. We were both in an environment, or multiple people in the same environment, and our interpretation of that experience may be different. There may be some commonalities in that too. So, but figure out a way to. This is what I tell myself: figure out a way to not tell everybody else's story about the experience. You understand? I see that way too much. You know, people out here telling all and all that shit, and I see that all the time. You feel me? So I would just tell my story again. I didn't want to do that because we continuously building chapters. We ain't even finished the book yet. Like, why I gotta still talk about chapter 2? I'm on chapter 12. Like, what are we talking about? But it's important to talk, because chapter 2 might be even more impactful than chapter 12, or vice versa. But it's important to continue to tell the story, is what I'm learning, even now. You feel what I'm saying? So nobody has arrived, or, you know, well, I'll speak for myself. I haven't arrived or anything, so I'm going to have to figure out a way, you know, to continuously tell chapter 2, chapter 3, 4, and 5, even if I'm on 12. And some people need to hear that. People enter your lives at different point periods. They enter your lives not from chapter 1 through 12. Some of them coming in chapter 2 or chapter 7. They don't even know about chapter 2. So people can say, yeah, you spinning and all that, you talking in codes. Hey, look, if you can't comprehend that, there's no way I'm dumbing down anything for everybody else. You go get somebody to help you bust those down. You feel me? That's just how I talk. You feel me? Straight up. And if you ain't in close circles, you ain't in a session and get this shit like broken down into a science and the intricacies and the conversation, you should have known lingo. If you ain't there yet, then that's fine. We'll find something. We'll give you a lexicon. We'll build a lexicon. Go look that, Google that. We'll build a lexicon for the lingo and for the terminology, so you can understand and bring you up to speed. Because I don't want nothing to go over nobody's head or to be undermined, like, you know, the same platform. But I ain't switching my terminology to bring people up to speed at this point. You feel me? Maybe I'll think differently about it if I hear more about what I could and could not be doing. But right now, this is who I am. This is how I talk. You feel me? So that's all I was thinking about. That's all I'm going to give y'all today. So just think about, I'm going to keep telling the story. I might give you more episodes. I told you sometimes I'm a month in between episodes, but we cooking. We building over here. So it always is like that. I just don't talk about it a lot because I don't think it's necessary. A lot of people be stunting. A lot of people be capping. Feel me? That's word to the dad hat. You feel me? Yeah, I be capping a lot. I don't get it. I don't, but I don't agree with it, but I get it. You feel me? So that's it. We'll finish off that. Probably give you a couple bars or something. Let me see what I didn't give y'all those bars already. Might give y'all some other shit, man, we working on. Or not. But I'll play this shit for y'all. Salute.
I'll be waking up the rest of my life. Cause I've been sleeping most of my life. I'll be waking up the rest of my life. Cause I've been sleeping most of my life. I'll be waking up the rest of my life. Cause I've been sleeping most of my life. I'll be waking up the rest of my life. Cause I've been sleeping most of my life. human emotions. I'm trying to master that. Masters fucked up when they chose to give us bastards rap. Master, get out of line. I lyrically bark them back. Used to be